Alright, yo, welcome. So today I'm doing my analysis on NQ for upcoming week. I'm gonna delete all this. I'm gonna start on yeah, I could start here, but it's the same on everywhere, on everything. So you wanna see buy side liquidity here. These 6 months don't even matter. We could start off like the monthly. We're in this small range. Doesn't really matter because there's nothing different here. But yeah, on the 2 months, we had this order block which we held there. Got a small manipulation to the downside and expansion to the upside. That was that previous 2 monthly candle, or still going. But yeah, what I just said. So we now are over the order block. So now we have a rejection block. But on here, it actually isn't a rejection block because rules are it has to be a swing high. The previous candle can't overlap with the body inside of this candle. And we can't have the previous candle or the next candle after the rejection block. It can't be already in or above constant encroachment. So we have to look at like a time frame, which where we you can see here that we definitely close above constant encroachment, even though it's a swing high. And in here, on the weekly, we get a perfect rejection block because this body doesn't overlap or isn't inside this candle, and it's a swing high. And the next candle, there has to be like one singular candle between it, but that candle hasn't been tapped into constant encroachment. So we have a rejection block here on the weekly. Here, we're going for that buy side. That's what we know. So we could see that in upcoming weeks. So we could have this as our draw on liquidity, but I'll just leave it as buy side liquidity. Then we go to like a 3-day, and you can see there's this big wick as well. You can see here this candle is overlapping with that constant encroachment, or it's above the constant encroachment. And on here on the 3-day, this candle doesn't overlap with it, with the big wick, and doesn't tap into constant encroachment. So you have another rejection block here. And that also has to be the biggest time frame where you could find it, and this is the biggest time frame here. So this is our rejection block. Then from previous day, I had this standard deviation marked out. This standard deviation comes in line with this buy side liquidity above here, but I want to be more precise and have it at the A to B leg. So -1 standard deviation, perfectly in touch here. 0.5 standard deviation doesn't really matter there, but almost in line with that high. 0.5 standard deviation. I'll look at like what's more precise, what are we reacting off more, and this -2.5 standard deviation gives me more precision in this rejection block. As you can see, the high of the standard deviation comes in line with the rejection block high. So we could find a retracement off of there as well. We'll just mark this out as buy side liquidity as well. Here, there, and we could just move this up all here. It's way too far. So we have buy side liquidity, rejection block, and then we see that we have this 4-hour order block. On the 6-hour, it disappears. The 4-hour, we do have one. Why don't I mark out this 1-hour one? Because it's a 3-day rejection block. I want to see like at least like a 1-hour isn't gonna hold a what is this? All right, but yeah, 1-hour order block is gonna hold a 3-day rejection block. So I want to see a bigger time frame and a deeper retracement. So that could be on the 4-hour, isn't for sure, but that's what I'm marking out. Sorry here. And then we get our roadmap. You get our news for the upcoming week, the news folders. So we have Monday no news, Tuesday no news, so this could be our accumulation day or second accumulation day, and then Wednesday is going to be our manipulation day, and Thursday is going to be our manipulation slash distribution, and this is going to be our distribution slash expansion. So yeah, if we can keep that in mind, then Monday, Tuesday is going to be our accumulation. So what do we want to see? We want to see like a tap into here, maybe. So tap into the rejection block. So if I mark out what I'm like thinking, we get like a push up. This is on Monday, small push up, and then we're inside the rejection block, and we could go higher. It's like, I don't know, constant encroachment, or we'll see what happens. And we could accumulate on Monday, so we could just hang around here on Monday, of course, and then Tuesday as well, because Tuesday as well is going to be our accumulation day. So we have a big accumulation, and big accumulation is probably going to mean a big manipulation as well, or already on Wednesday. But I want to see like a big accumulation, so could be here, I don't even know, like I'm doing just some things. Could also take that high. Doesn't mean for sure that we're gonna leave that high, but it could be like a big accumulation. Like here, I don't even know. I'm just doing some things. I want to see like a manipulation on Wednesday. So I want to see like an order block support it, or like from here to here. If you have this, wasn't even a 1 hour order block, but a 45-minute order block. But yeah, we could disrespect that, and from here we could see like a retracement in equilibrium as well. So from here to here, maybe there, we could see like a tap into equilibrium as well. That could be our manipulation move as well. And then from there we could see our distribution back to the upside, sweeping this high, tapping into like the rejection block, constant encroachment again, then seeing us go for buy side. So this is our Monday and Tuesday. This is going to be our Wednesday slash Thursday, and this is going to be our Friday slash Thursday slash Friday. So yeah, that's basically already it. It could be equilibrium retracement. It could be it could be order block retracement. It could be anything really, and we're approaching new territory, so buy is going to be a lot harder. We're going to use more standard deviations. But yeah, this is basically it. We're just in a big push right now, so we don't have a lot of data. But this is basically it for the whole week. Like not really hard analysis for this. Previous week was more technical or mechanical than this week, but this is basically what we're anticipating. Let's say we're going lower than the 4 hour, then we have this big range, and we could see like from this I don't expect this order block all the way there to get hit, and that would be like a bigger time frame order block as well. It could be, but biggest time frame is the daily, so we could see like a daily order block there. So yeah, we could see like a daily order block there. I could also be unicorn because we have a swing low here, and then yeah, from there look for a singular prevalue gap, and that could be like on a daily, or if we don't make this a prevalue gap, then on the daily, but otherwise then on the like 2 day, I don't even know. But yeah, let's say we disrespect that 4 hour, then I'm probably wanna see equilibrium get tapped into, and that'll probably be like, I don't even know, like somewhere here, somewhere around the constant encroachment, somewhere sweeping that or turtle sweeping that and then going higher. So that could be a possibility as well, but it's basically it for NQ. So bullish bias for NQ. And then let's look at ES. Alright, so let's look at the 3 month for ES, basically the same. 2 month, we didn't even have a 2 month order block here on ES. Did had a 1 month order block, that would be this one, but we already suspected that right now because we swept buy side. So this would just be low resistance liquidity run, or we have a rejection block, but we don't. So we turtle soup this high, or turtle soup, we just swept this high. which was the order block high. And why is this the order block high? Well, we have a imbalance here. This is a bullish candle, yes, but it's overlapping with the fair value gap, and it's below the fair value gap. I want to see a up close candle above the fair value gap. That'll be this candle, not this candle, this first candle that you have. And how can you see that? This is actually an order block. Well, look at that here. As soon as we get that imbalance here, that'll be our order block. Look at the position here. There, and there. Trade lower and then trade up more. Look at that mean threshold respect there. It's on the monthly here. Then we close above the order block mean threshold, so we know we're actually bullish on the monthly. So this could be like a weird scenario, but when we close above the mean threshold, and this is with a lot of displacement as well, then we could see like a big manipulation, or we could see manipulation, but we want to see this as our draw on liquidity, the buy side. So for 3 months, people were thinking that we're gonna fall, but we're actually bullish just because of that. Yeah, now we swept the buy side. This is going to be our low resistance liquidity run, and we anticipate this for our buy side now here. And then if you look at like a smaller time frame, then we already swept this high, so we want to see in this to this, from above this high, so from this to this range, we want to look at like a rejection block, because a rejection block is on any time frame still valid. As soon as we have like a order block disrespected, so here on a monthly, then everything below here doesn't matter as an order block. It's just a rejection block that we could that could be a speed bump. So if we look at like bigger time frames, in the weekly, I see pretty big wick there. This isn't really that big of a speed bump to really mark that out, but if we do have it on a bigger time frame, I will. So 3D, I see this candle here, but it's overlapping with that candle. 2-day here, it would be pretty big wick here, but we can see we closed above the, or we already tapped the consequent encroachment, so that day isn't valid as well. On the 1 day, same problem there. Let's look at like the 18-hour. As you can see here, this fits rules. The swing high, this candle isn't overlapping with the body, with the wick. Here we didn't tap the consequent encroachment on this candle, but on this candle we did. So we don't look at this candle anymore because we go lower in time frame. So we look at this candle, and we look if this candle is a swing high. It is. This candle isn't overlapping with the body. It isn't. And this candle didn't tap consequent encroachment. So what would this be? This would be our rejection block here. So we extend this out. All right. So this is our rejection block. And in here, nothing else really. There's like this wick. Let's look at like the 2-day. This could be like a small, really small speed bump. Isn't really a lot. Could mark that out if you want to, but let's just do it as our rejection block. There. There. We could mark it out as buy side. But that would be like a really small speed bump. I would just mark this out because we have an imbalance there. Also, it doesn't matter. Same as an order block, doesn't matter because we don't have enough fair value gap here anytime from here. But yeah, we swept the buy side here, and on the monthly, I hope you didn't forget that. But I said this was going to be low resistance liquidity run, so probably you will see really small speed bumps, but order blocks are gonna hold. So we won't see any retracement off of here. Even though we swept this buy side, we won't only see a big retracement off of here. So what are we reaching for? I would say the rejection block here. That would be our draw on liquidity. So we could mark that out as our draw on liquidity. What time frame was that? Daily. Not daily. 18-hour, I think. Yeah, 18-hour. Wait. Oh, damn, look. Mark the rejection block wrong here. That's the rejection block. This is our drawn liquidity. And realistically, this is our drawn liquidity, but we're really far from there. But we're probably going to be really bullish. And we're going to see that here. But yeah, this is our drawn liquidity. And we just swapped this buy side, barely closed over it on that 12-hour candle, but on here we did. But same here. We did our analysis now, so now we look at the roadmap. Monday accumulation, Tuesday accumulation because there's no news. Wednesday is probably going to be a manipulation. Thursday is probably going to be our manipulation slash distribution, and Friday is probably going to be our distribution slash expansion. So if you look at it like this, we're here now. So we look at accumulation. So we look at where could we reach off of? We look for like a PD array again. Could mark out that, but there isn't much else really. Wouldn't say that we're gonna like accumulate like somewhere random. But we have to look at like a PD array, so I could mark that out just to fit my idea. So rejection block is here, the 18-hour. Boom there. Here. And to fit my idea, what I want to see is on Monday we're gonna accumulate, of course, but we could also reach somewhat higher because our manipulation isn't gonna be that big, but our distribution is gonna be that big. It's gonna be pretty big because a bigger time frame PD array is right there. Other PD arrays doesn't matter because time frames don't fit where we are now. So if I mark it out here, then we could accumulate. We could react off here, have like a small reaction. We could take out this high, could accumulate even more. We're gonna manipulate to the downside, tap into maybe this order block on the 4-hour. Same as like NQ. I want to see it probably there on the order block. Then we're gonna distribute back to the upside, and this is gonna be our weekly target. Why is this our weekly target? Doesn't make any sense. Well, it does make sense because if you look at like a bigger time frame, then this is our bigger time frame PD array. I don't know how to explain this because it does make sense if you think about it, not like you're doing now, but bigger time frame PD array. On the monthly, it's going to be low resistance liquidity run, right? Here, we already took this high. There's no imbalance here, there's no order block here, there's no rejection block here. Maybe a really small one here, but that's just small speed bump. Isn't really that big, right? So we know on the monthly that it's just going to be low resistance liquidity run. It's just going to be trend line liquidity. It's just going to be a low resistance liquidity run. We're going to run through that like hot butter, or what is it? A knife. Well, I don't even know what IST says. But it's going to be easy to run through this. So where are we actually gonna react off of? Well, we look at weekly buys because we want to predict what the weekly candle is gonna do. And what is the weekly candle gonna do? Well, it's gonna react, or it's gonna go off of and to higher time for PD arrays, and that is here. It's not really that big here, but we could distribute higher. But yeah, it does fit what the weekly buy is gonna do. Higher time frame PD arrays. 18-hour PD array, 1-day PD array, 3-day PD array, and weekly PD array. 3-day and weekly PD array are gonna be more going towards the monthly, but yeah, that's basically how it works, and the top process behind it. But not really hard analysis to do for this. So yeah, that's basically it. Also bullish on the S&P or ES, and fits the Nasdaq. so that's fine. And then where are we gonna go to next? Well, last we're gonna go to DXY, and I predicted this on DXY. And if we're gonna be bullish on Nasdaq and bullish on ES, then what do we want to be on DXY? Well, we want to be bearish on DXY. I already marked this out on January 14th. Already sent this to Aiden as well, which you probably didn't see. Here. Here. January 14th. And what I wanted to see, I did my whole monthly, 6-month, 12-month analysis, top down, top 2 down, all the way here. And all the way, I don't know, it's like a 50-minute. And what I wanted to see was, I want to see our accumulation. NFP was here. We have, wait, I showed you guys this. But it's this week. It's still the same, because on Monday, or damn. Alright, on Monday, so we have on Monday we have our accumulation. Tuesday is gonna be our manipulation. Damn. Alright, so I looked at last week. Alright, still fits my narrative. Still is the same. So Monday our accumulation, and just we're gonna have a big manipulation, or we're gonna have a manipulation, but I want to see a big distribution. This is all gonna happen with the big distribution. I don't want to see a big distribution, so it still fits what we want to see. But yeah, this is what I had on DXY, January 14th. 4 hours this, so we're gonna have our accumulation, we're gonna have our manipulation, we have our order block mean threshold, we have our order block here. If you go above this high, then I won't take anything, and I will wait. But what I want to see is, I want to see like a reaction off of order block mean threshold, or I wanted to see like a right away reaction, but it didn't fit with NQ and ES, but does fit this now. Look. All right, so what I just said on NQ and ES, we have our accumulation now inside the order block mean threshold, which is actually a weekly order block. As you can see, we have a imbalance here, we have a SIBI there, we don't have a SIBI here, we have a SIBI here, so this is our order block. And if we look at like a daily, you can see like a few candles, but I'll make it like more, so you can see it more as a accumulation. So we have our accumulation now, and what I want to see is, I want to see our manipulation to the upside, which is above the order block mean threshold, but we're also inside this range, which I'm seeing now. I'm not going to do my whole analysis on here because I still have the same idea. But I can see that we have this really big wick here. And as you can see, it does fit here. It's a swing high. This body didn't come inside this really big wick. So this is our rejection block. But as you can see, where we tapped that constant encroachment. So I will leave this. And I will delete this. And I will go to a lower time frame. See if we have like a other rejection block here as well. And then here on the 6 hour, as you can see, didn't tap constant encroachment here, so we swept constant encroachment there. So now this is invalid as well. Then we look at time frame here. I already tapped constant encroachment there, so I won't use that. So probably this is already going to be the high of the week. If I'm looking at it now, we have a rejection block here, but as you can see, I'm just going lower by time frame. I'm still looking at this rejection block, while we just have a lot going on here now in this range. So look at bigger time frame, and I want to look if you have like an imbalance here, which you do have here, and I want to look at like an order block here. So our order block, which would be with the biggest volume candle. Actually, my volume, where is my volume? All right, guess my volume is gone. But I'll go to like the 2 hour or the 1 hour. Yeah, the one with the biggest volume that fits this. So that would be this candle. This will be our order block. here, already tapped mean threshold here. So we're accumulating here right now, and let's look here. So we're accumulating already there, and why wouldn't this be our whole accumulation? Well, because we're already tapped mean threshold here, so I want to see inside this range if there's accumulation there. And I see like a small accumulation here where we already tapped mean threshold there, so I want to see that this is our high as well. So this could be just be our accumulation here, this whole range from this to this. So somewhere in this range, and then we had our manipulation here, and then we're going lower. So I don't want to see us really go back here, and we could still see like a retracement up here, but I don't really want to see this high and this high get swept there. And I want to see us react off this order block mean threshold weekly, and first target would be this here, which would be that imbalance. If we look at like singular for value gap, and this would be the low, as you can see. So drawn liquidity low. So this is definitely where we're gonna go on the DXY. We're gonna have like a small drop to the downside, and then probably gonna have a retracement up. And I want to see this BC actually get inverted, and I want to see us go to sell side liquidity there. And I want to go see sell side liquidity here, sell side liquidity there, and then standard deviation going all the way into that. I don't even know what it is. I think it's a 12-month SEBI, a BISI. But yeah, that's basically it. That's basically my analysis. I'm kind of tired, so don't know if this analysis was fine, but this is basically it. So now you know my bias on NQ and on ES, and we'll see what the week brings, and hopefully it will be going all right. So yeah, I'll see you guys probably maybe on a live trading day this week, but yeah, all right, bye.